when you do have looting like you had last night, people often get shot and they die, and that's not good.
Hey everyone, John Heilman here with Recap 2020. Our look back on the past week in the presidential campaign and what a terrible, terrible week it was. Memorial Day, Minneapolis. Another unarmed black man, George Floyd, killed by white police for no plausible reason. 2 days later, a grim milestone, the 100,000th American COVID-19 death. By week's end, riots in Minneapolis and anguished protests across the country. And how did Donald Trump spend his week? Well, tweeting out a baseless conspiracy theory that claims Joe Scarborough killed a former staffer of his in Congress in 2001, and then repeating the libel from the White House lectern.
No, it's a very suspicious thing, and I hope somebody gets to the bottom of it.
Even after a letter from the staffer's widow eviscerated Trump for having
taken something that does not belong to him, the memory of my dead wife, and perverted it for perceived political gain.
Attacking the integrity of the coming election, diving deeper into the fever swamp fantasy that is Obamagate, retweeting a video from Cowboys for Trump that said,
"The only good Democrat is a dead Democrat."
Crying censorship over Twitter, calling bullshit on 2 tweets of his, issuing an executive order threatening new regulation for the platform, and even blustering that
if it were legal, if it were able to be legally shut down, I would do it.
And finally, while Minneapolis burned, invoking a notoriously racist slogan from the late 60s, when the looting starts, the shooting starts, earning himself an unprecedented rebuke from Twitter for, quote, glorifying violence. You might say there was nothing new about this week-long presidential paroxysm, that as a candidate in 2016 and president for 3+ years, Trump has always specialized in invective and innuendo, instigation and incitement. But as his political circumstances have grown more dire due to the pandemic, its economic fallout, and his own failures of leadership, Trump's behavior is growing ever darker and more desperate. What we saw this week was a vivid preview of the cataclysmic campaign to come, where the country is a tinderbox and the president a pyromaniac. And one who seems to think that the only way for him to win is to burn the whole thing down.